when they want to. Ha! Recording, 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 recording. It is so very lovely to have you here. Thank you. If you're watching on replay, big hug. We're missing you. We are missing you so much. It's been a lovely week, and Lorena, do not worry, I'm going to recap the 5 days. So if you are watching on replay and you're thinking, I didn't watch anything, it's all good. We'll recap and then go into some deep magical work, which is always lovely. Angelina, I know that you, what did you, if you want to pop in the comments what you've got from the 5 days, how you found it, it'd be lovely. It'll be lovely to hear how you found everything. And I hope you're warm in Italy. I don't know, it's warm, it's been warmer here, but not warm enough. It's still not beach weather, is it? In the UK. It will be. Whilst you're typing in things, I will pull us out a card. Let's pull ourselves out a card for the evening. It's so it's been a magical time. I've appreciated every single person that's joined in or commented. I so appreciated all the love for Mr. Bojangles, my putty cat. The love and care that you guys sent me was just so, I appreciated it beyond words. And he is absolutely fine, to the point where he's pretending to run away from the antibiotics, but actually came down for his antibiotic today because I was 10 minutes late giving it to him, which was just like, you clearly know it's the right thing for you, Mr. Big. So a card for our evening, and anyone watching this on replay. That one. Sorry. She-wolf, unleash the wild within. She-wolf, unleash the wild, and that's so wonderful. Unleash the wild within, which is, funnily enough, a bit of a theme of today, unleashing the wild from within. And sort of that speaks so much to speaking our truth, shining our lights, and being in flow with where we want to be in this life, rather than where we are, if that makes sense. Sometimes we can be a bit stuck in life, which is what this is about. Food for thought. I've always felt a bit blocked with manifestation. Getting clear on intentions is big for you. Yeah, it's getting clear on where you want to head in life is one of the biggest things. And it can take practice, it can take time, and it's a skill. And I think also so many times we work towards a particular thing and then we think, oh, actually, is it right for me? And it's getting clear on where we want to get to is important, and also being okay if we get there and go, oh, hang on a minute, and change our minds, because it's okay for us to change our minds as we go as well, which is lovely. So yeah, that was Tuesday, getting clear on intentions, and hopefully this week helped you. Hi Paula, how are you? Either put yourself on unmute and say hello, switch your camera on, or leave your camera off, whatever is right for you. Sometimes people like to be making dinner while they're watching these things. Oh, Pebbles, you're supposed to be at a yoga class. I'm pressing record for you. It's so lovely to see everyone. I definitely want to know what happened with your yoga class, Pebbles. Pop it in the comments. Hi Paula, how are you?
Just unmuting.
Just unmuting.
Just unmuting.
Hi Pebbles, how are you? Pebbles, I was about to say you're supposed to be at a yoga class. How come you're popping on?
No, I'm going. I am going. I might have to dash off.
Okay.
So sorry about this, but I had to pop in and say hello.
Well, do not worry, we're just settling into the space. I've pulled out a card for anyone watching the video, and we've got She-wolf, unleash the wild within. So you can have fun unleashing the wild at yoga class.
Don't tempt me.
I'm going to recap. Anybody watching on replay, I'm going to recap what we did, but we in the 5 days manifestation. But Pebbles, as you're about to run off, what's the best thing that you got from the 5 days that we've just done?
For me, I think it was a time to stop and reset and look at what I've achieved, which
Yeah.
I never do. I'm always making the mistake of looking ahead, which hasn't happened yet. You know, you can't predict the future like that in that way. So I was obsessed with kind of looking to see where I was going and what I was going, you know, and trying to plot and plan and just not really appreciating where I was at that moment in time.
Yeah.
So it was the pause I needed, really.
Oh, so grateful I could create that space for you. So grateful.
Yeah. And yet, you know, there's lots of prompts that happen through life, but nothing ever really got through my big muddly shell that I surround myself with. So it was a very productive and proactive week for me in that way.
No, I'm so pleased. Such an honour to create the space for everyone. It really is. And I mean, Lorraine's been to them in person, and I just decided that it was just such a shit couple of years. I'd offer it for free this year. I was like, you know what? Let's just extend. It's just been the crappiest time. So I'm so grateful that you stepped in and did the work. It's been an honour sharing this space with you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
How about you, Paula? What did you get from it?
Difficult to say, really. Time to, because obviously I'm still undecided, but the time to actually try and work out what I really want and to be okay with that. Even though I change my mind every day. So I've done lots of decluttering. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So,
sorry, husband's just come home.
Hello, husband.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been magical. It has been magical.
Well, so it's trying to decide what's right, and it's now an impossible. I don't know. We'll get there.
Yeah, totally. I think creating the space for us to make those decisions is a huge part of it, because we get caught up in the day-to-day and keep going round and round in circles, and actually creating the space for us to have self-care, cut time and think about what it is we want is one of the hugest things. And that was what the week was about, was just creating that space for us. And even if, you know, people were watching the videos and then going off and, you know, going into their busy day or driving to work, because that video had been, you know, listened to in the morning or whenever, it means that we start thinking about it as we go along. And you know, even if you're thinking about it while you're driving to work, or you're just, you know, going to bed having a bit of a dream weaving and going, okay, ask for direction, it's that creating space that is everything, is absolutely everything. So that's huge. So thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for doing it.
Oh, it's been an honor. I've loved it. I've done it for everyone else. Spoiler alert. And it's been magical. So to catch up and recap, so that we can, you know, people can not think, oh my goodness, what are we doing? I've got notes and I will try to stick to the plan. But as a recap, on day one, we created the space and cleared the energy. both physically and energetically. And we, did everything from deleting old emails to, decluttering something in our house, and working very much with the physical reality around us impacting the inner work, and the inner work affecting the outer work. So sometimes it's about decluttering old beliefs, decluttering old stories, decluttering attachments to certain things. And sometimes it's about decluttering the physical space around us, or a digital declutter, which I have spent a lot of time doing. I was deleting emails from 2016. I'm so bad at not deleting emails. So that was day one. And then, massive, creating the space. So often people then sort of sit there and think, well, what do I actually want, and where do I want to go, and what do I want to fill this space that's just been decluttered? The universe loves a vacuum, which is something that I'm sure many people have heard. And by creating the space, what is it that we're going to replace that energy with? And that's when we did day 2. And we decided what we wanted. We did some work on deciding what we wanted. And it's okay if you're not clear with that. That is something that's a movable thing. And so often people just, will think they want one thing and then they'll change their mind. And that's okay. That's part of the process. And when that's happening, I always look at it as like trying on a new clothes or something. It's like, well, which one suits me the best? And you can just sit there and choose, and it's okay to change as well. So but if we have some form of a roadmap, then it helps us get to where we want to be in life. And so that was day 2. And all whilst acknowledging where we got, how we got there, what we have achieved in life, how much we have done in life, with some beautiful meditations. So you can go back and watch the meditations in the Facebook group, Kate's Corner of Happiness, and you can watch meditations every night, which were beautiful. We had some lovely lives. But what with over day 2, quite often, once we've decided what we want in our lives, we can, this is the Cliff Notes version, we can lose motivation on what we're doing, and we can have the energy, the dips and rises in energy, which is normal, and it's what happens. Am I a shining being of light that's meditational and beautiful and all the time? No, I'm not. No. And so it's on day 3 we anchored in our goals with things like, anchoring in reminders in our phone, putting things in our diary, making it real on a physical plane to remind us all the way through the year of what our goal is. So one of the things that I've done is I've put a reminder on my phone every week for certain of my goals. So it pops up with my goals, it pops up to remind me. I've got a piece of card next to my bed where I wrote down all my goals so that I can read them before I go to bed and read them when I wake up again, and just anchoring those into reality so that we stay on track throughout the year. And when our energy dips, we've got a reminder of where we want to be in life. And that really helps me on the crappiest and most awful of days. That really, really helps me. I mean, you guys know that last week my putty cat was in the vets, and I'm so grateful I was running this particular workshop, because it helped me stay on track with my self-care. Because when I led a meditation in the group, my self-care, it honored me. And if I hadn't have had that goal and that, everything written in my diary, there was a lot of stuff that probably wouldn't have got done, because my baby was poorly. He is absolutely fine. Well, he's not absolutely fine. We're still on antibiotics, still got to work out what's going on, but he is so much better, which is amazing. when we've anchored in our goals, so often a problem that comes up is that we don't actually do anything about it. We think we want to do this, but we don't actually get there. We think we want to go there, but we don't actually get there. So day 4, Cliff Notes version. Do feel free to take a breath, Lorena, from catching up on everything. Day 4, we took inspired action, and we took an action towards our goal, and we did something towards our goal, whatever it might be. We did something, and that was really lovely, watching what everybody did, which was wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Hi, Katerina. Do not worry, we're just doing a Cliff Notes catch up on last week, for which you were with us, so you have not missed anything hugely exciting, because we're just catching up and recapping what we did. And then the problem when we so often the problem when we take inspired action is we'll put everything out there, and as women of spirit, or as amazing magical women, we can often give and give and give and give and forget to receive. So day 5, we received, we actually acknowledged what we've done, and we received, consciously and mindfully received something, because we can so often overgive, over nurture, over just keep giving and giving and giving, and especially when we're women of spirit, which we're all women of spirit. On this call, we're all called to this call for a reason. So it was about mindfully receiving, whether it be a compliment, whether it be a cup of coffee that somebody's offered you, whether it be the universe wanting to give you your dream, wish, or goal, or you'll receive the guidance that you'd asked for. And so that was the Cliff Notes version of what we did. Katerina, it's so lovely that you're here. You can either keep your video on or off, depending on what calls you. You can feel free to do either. And if you want to pop in the chat or unmute and tell us the best thing that you found from last week, it would be lovely to hear from you. But don't feel, you do what's right for you. If you want your video off, put your video off. If you want it on, have your video on. It's all about you feeling comfortable. It's just good that you're here. Hopefully you can hear me, and hopefully Angelina is still with us. Losing audio. Big love, big love. So that was what we did as sort of the manifesting aspect, which was, it was a magical, 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 magical time. Did anything happen for anyone that they weren't expecting during the week? Were there any sort of questions that cropped up that I didn't answer? Anything that you're a bit muddled about, or did the videos just make a bit of sense? I'll take a deep breath while I ask that question. It was just beautiful, just beautiful. So, going into the extra learning and the going deep dive. The hardest step that I see with so many incredible women of spirit when it comes to the manifesting process is the receiving. It is something that we're taught to, for example, we're taught to give and give and give, and we're taught that it's selfish to receive, whether it be something like receiving the compliment that I did in day 5's video, where I said, you are an amazing, incredible, wonderful, shining being of light, and you are here for a reason, and you are amazing exactly as you are. There are so many times where people resist receiving a compliment, say, or your hair looks nice, or don't be silly, or you look beautiful, don't be silly. We're so used to being told that it's wrong to receive, that actually consciously receiving can be a huge a huge barrier, because the universe is wanting to give us things. We ask and we receive. So on one hand, we're being told you ask and you receive, and the other time you're being told that you're selfish, that you're greedy, that you're, especially women of spirit, if somebody says, I received that, I'm great, etc., then be called big-headed. But as a man, if a man did that, then it would just be, he's confident, confident versus bossy, that sort of thing. And so as women of spirit, we can often reject what the universe has to offer us. And so often, so much of that is about our past, both this life and previous lives. So often, the reason why we go round and round in circles with what we're doing is that we get caught in this circle of, we just get to where we want to be and something knocks us back, and we just where we want to be and something knocks us back, and that can be something from either our childhood, where we were told we were big-headed, or we were a know-it-all, or we were I remember being bullied in the school playground for being a witch. Because I could sense what was happening, and I remember going, at that point I hadn't learned how to talk to muggles, for want of a better word. And so I would just say, if I had a premonition, I would just say it, and then it would happen, and then I would be teased for being a witch. So for me, it took a long time for me to stand up and admit that I could see things in a different way, that I did see spirits, I did connect with nature in a different way, and I do see a different layers of the universe in a way that I realized not everybody does. And some people would not even understand half of what I talk about, because it is spiritual, it is deep, and we do go onto the energetic plane a lot of the time. And so whether it's this life or previous lives, it can get in the way and makes us go round and round in circles. So for example, when it comes to women of spirit that help and heal and look after people, of which I know many people on here are women of spirit that are healers and light workers and help heal other people. In times gone by, in previous lives, if we'd have said, I can help, I can heal, I can make a difference, I know the right herb to do that, I know where to touch to do this, I know how to help you get over that physical problem or energetic problem, we would have been tortured, burnt at the stake, thrown into jail. We would have been humiliated and had vegetables thrown at us. And so now, when we are in this lifetime as women of spirit, when we are saying we can help, we can heal, we can make a difference, we can look after you, we know what it is that will make a difference in a situation. We can just about get there, and then something pulls us back, and it's our ancestors of blood and spirit that are just standing in and saying, it's not safe to do this, and they're trying to protect us from where they are in their life time, when we are not living in the same lifetime as them. And it is safe for us to stand up and be seen and heard. It is safe for us to heal. It is safe for us to make a difference in this world. And it is safe for us to speak our truth and bring some balance between the male and the female hierarchy. Does it threaten some men? Yes. Will we find in certain circumstances, especially in the workplace, where the more truth we speak, the more resistance we get? sometimes, and we can do lots of energetic healing work to balance that out. And we can do lots of work on our past lives and our past in this lifetime, so that we can heal the past to heal the present, heal the future. And that's where doing that inner work, I think you'll remember me saying the inner work affects the outer world, and the outer world affects the inner world. And by going back into the past to heal the past, to heal the present, to heal the future, it becomes easier for us to feel safe at the soul level to speak our truth and be seen and heard in the way that we want to be seen and heard. And that's the most magical thing, is instead of it feeling really scary to do something, you just feel safe to do it. I mean, there were times when I would be petrified to do something like this, and because I've done a lot of inner work, am I perfect at it? No. Am I here doing it? Yes. But just feeling safe at a soul level to speak our truth, to shine our light, to say we can make a difference, to say that we can heal, to say that we can help, to say what it is that's going on in our life. That then breaks the cycle of going round and round in circles, because instead of getting just the point where we're going to make a big difference and then going all the way back around again, and then just going just the point we're going to make a big difference and going all the way around again, and it becomes a never-ending cycle for so many amazing women of spirit. It means that we can just break through that and actually take those steps without fear of judgment, without fear of what's going to happen, and take those steps to speak our truth and shine our lights in a brighter way. And by doing that, it then becomes easier, and it clears the channel for the universe to send all the abundance, and for us to receive it and feel safe to receive the abundance the universe has to offer. And that is everything, because instead of feeling petrified and feeling unsettled and feeling scared to take those next steps and scared to do things and scared to say, well, actually, this is how I feel, this is what's going on, we feel safer to do that from inside out. We literally shed the shackles of the past so that we can stand up and shine our lights brightly in this world. And it's by doing that inner work and going back into the past and the past lives that can make the difference. How's that resonating? Any thoughts or questions on that? I'd love to hear. I've just done a lot of talking. Any questions? All making sense? Is it resonating with anyone? It's something that's, I really have learned that the more that I do the inner work, the more that we do the outer work, which is beautiful. Shall I do a meditation along those lines? I don't want to necessarily do a meditation if it's not resonating with you guys, because I don't want to go, Pebbles has gone off to her yoga class, because I don't want to go in a direction that's not resonating. Is that how are we feeling about meditation?
It's good for me, Kate. Don't know if anybody else wants it or not. I don't know. I go with the flow.
Okay, that makes sense. How about you, Paula?
Sorry, just unmute it again. Cut off the background noise. Yeah, you know me, I'm confused.
No. I say, shall I do a meditation more about the direction?
Yeah.
Okay. Angelina and Kathleen, good plan. Angelina and Katerina, if you want to unmute, feel free. If you want to show your video, feel free. If you want to hide your video, feel free, whatever's right for you. But if you can pop it, if you want to pop in the comments any thoughts or questions on what we've covered so far, please do. It's just lovely to have you here. It really is. It really is. Right, I shall take a sip of water, settle into a meditation. Just make yourself comfortable. If you want to just rest and soothe your soul, do so, and allow yourself to relax. And gently land into the evening. Taking a deep breath. Breathing in calm and relaxation. And letting go with each out breath. Any worries or stresses or strains from the week, the month, the year. Allowing our minds to quieten, our bodies to relax, and our souls to heave a sigh of relief that we are here, giving ourselves time and space to be who we are right now. With each in-breath, feel just a little bit more relaxed. And with each out-breath, let go of more worries or stresses or strains. Just for now, just for you, just in this moment. And knowing that you are completely safe, you are completely protected, loved and nurtured by the universe. Just re-envision that beautiful bubble of light around you. Most beautiful, healing, protecting bubble of light. Just feel how safe you feel in this bubble of light. How loved by the universe you feel in the moment, in the now, just for you. Feel the most beautiful, beautiful column of beautiful light flow down from the above, flow down from the universe, filled with love, truth, universal guidance. Flow down into your crown chakra. And into the center of you. Feel connected to the universe and all the universe has to bring. As the most beautiful earth light comes from the deepest center of the earth, traveling all the way up through the rocks, the lava, the roots of the trees and the flowers, through your feet, through your body and connecting with the very center that is you. Feeling in the most beautiful balance between the divine and Mother Earth. And just within the most beautiful circle of light. From the east, and you do not need to know where that is directionally, just from the east, steps in Athena, bringing the clarity of direction, clarity of thoughts and ideas with her. From the south steps in Sekhmet, bringing in fire and passion for our goals, wishes and dreams. From the west steps in Miriam, bringing with her compassion and understanding and love and honouring of the cycles of energy. The ebb and flow of the tides and the ebb and flow of energy. And from the north steps in Inanna. She brings with her endings and beginnings. The knowledge of when enough is enough, and the knowledge of when's the right time to start. Above is Ananke, bringing with her the beginnings and the universal direction in life. And from the center of Mother Earth, the Weaver Goddess weaves magic into our lives. As we're held by the goddesses, supported by the universe and Mother Earth. And surrounded in the most beautiful light. And know that our ancestors and guides and angels are around us. Feel so safe, so loved, and so nurtured. And being held in this beautiful sacred space. Simply ask, what should I do now? And write down exactly what comes to you, or speak aloud if you're on mute, exactly what comes to you, whatever it is. I shall stay quiet whilst you receive, and if you aren't receiving, ask to receive in dream work. Watching this on replay, feel free to pause and carry on writing. And for now, just take 30 seconds to finish off writing. As you finish off writing or saying out loud what came to you, say thank you. Thank you to the goddesses. Thank you to the universe. Thank you to your guides and angels for whatever came. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Know that you can repeat this meditation later on replay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Know that you're here for a reason and you have amazing things to give. Know that you can't pour from an empty cup. And so receiving the guidance, receiving the goodness of the universe, receiving the abundance that the universe has to offer you, means that you can nurture and heal and help people in such a beautiful way. Know that you're loved and nurtured more than you can ever dream possible. You are incredible. Know that you are loved. It's me being told to tell you that. Just place your hand on your heart. Thank you, universe. I receive the guidance. I receive the goodness. I receive the direction you have to offer me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And allow your awareness of the goddesses, Athena, Sekhmet, Miriam, and Ananke, and the Weaver goddess. Allow your awareness of them to just fade. Allow your awareness of your guides and angels to just loosen a little bit. As you become aware of the room that you are in, the seat that you are on, your feet on the floor, either energetically or physically on the floor. Be aware of the directions in front of you, behind you, to the right of you, to the left of you, above your head, beneath your feet, and within your heart. Having a stretch. Oh, excuse me. Opening your eyes, wiggling your fingers and your toes, and coming back into the room with love and kindness in your heart. Oh, that was beautiful. Thank you. If anybody wonders what the bell was that came by, I don't know if you could hear the bell outside. We have a fish and chip van that comes round every Monday at this time, and I have managed to resist getting the chips so far, but apparently it's a very nice fish and chip van. So that was the bell. How was that? Anybody want to share anything from that? So if you're still landing, that's fine. Still landing. Still landing. Hopefully that helped. Don't worry if you didn't get direction. Oh, Katerina, hello. It's lovely to see you. Thank you for joining in our week. It's been such an honor to have you with us. It really has. Thank you. Thank you. You're on mute at the moment. Do unmute if there's anything you want to share from that.
Just wanted to say thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. It's so lovely to see your face. Thank you.
You're welcome. That's why I'd better not be a faceless. We've been talking for a week, so here I am.
It's lovely to have you here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
for being a part of that. What's the most beautiful thing you found this week? Don't worry. If it was all beautiful.
It's the high that coming away from the everyday rushing around and then taking that step back.
Yeah.
And each session was a high, and I felt positive and hopeful and enthusiastic and exciting. Like it was really lovely. I think that feeling and the insights were one of the best parts of it.
No. So thank you for being.
You're welcome.
It's been so lovely.
Thank you.
It's been an honor. It's been such an honor, and it's been so lovely to have so many people come in and join and share what's been going on, share their truth, and share what's made sense, what hasn't, where the questions of what's cropped up. It's just been so wonderful. So thank you for being a part of this week. Thank you. It's just been beautiful. For that, thank you. Anybody landing enough to want to share anything from that meditation, or shall I move on? Still going. Hopefully some of what I said about healing the past to heal the present, to heal the future resonated along the way. If it doesn't, that's fine. For me, I've recognized over and over and over again that the more work I do on the inner plane, the more work I do on healing the past, both this life and previous lives, the more I feel safe to speak my truth and shine my light. What I meant to say at the start of this, and I feel really bad that I didn't, because it was something that was really important to me, was that I meant to say was at the end of this call, I'd invite you to work deeper with me for the year. And I'm sorry that I meant to say that. And hopefully you've enjoyed walking this week with me. Hopefully you've enjoyed the time that we've had together. And if you do want to continue on for working with me for the year, to feel safe at a soul level, to heal the past, heal the present, heal the future, to shed the shackles of the past so that we can stand up and be seen and heard by those who we want to be seen and heard by, to bring more balance between the male and the female, and to really speak our truth and shine our light so brightly in this world, and to know that what we're doing is making a difference in this world, and that we are women of spirit and we have so much to give. And quite frankly, the more women of spirit who are speaking their truth and shining their lights, the more balance there is to the patriarchal society that we live in. Because I think I've certainly been in environments where it's been male-led and male voices that have been shouting and shouting and shouting. And, you know, that's not bad. That it's just that I believe firmly that the more women who stand up and shine their lights in this world, the more women who shine their lights brightly in this world, the more balance there is for us in this world, and the more that the world will heal. And so, in case you're not aware, I have Paul is back. I knew she'd just dipped out. The more, you know, what, because I believe so firmly in this, I created the Shine Your Light Goddess, Shine Your Light Bootcamp, which is a beautiful sacred space with 8 beautiful weeks of meditation, mindfulness, of receiving guidance at a soul level from spirit and the universe. It's truly about learning to embrace the goddess within us and to stand up and be seen and heard by those who we want to be seen and heard by, whilst doing the magical work. No previous experience is necessary with this work. What I found, I've been running it for, well, it was all downloaded to me by Spirit in 2020. I've been working as, some of you have been working magically with me for decades. And, you know, and which is so lovely when people stay around me for decades. Thank you. And over and over again, when I was working with clients, this is what was coming up: the fact that people weren't speaking their truth, weren't shining their lights, were afraid to take the steps. And that's when I created and was told to create Shine Your Light Goddess, Shine Your Light Bootcamp. What I found the first couple of rounds is that 8 weeks was too fast for a lot of people. They were like, well, I haven't got the whole next 8 weeks to dedicate to this. I've got a busy time, or actually, you know, I'm still on module 1 and you're talking about module 3, but I'm still going back over module 1 because so much came up from module 1. And so instead of running it where it's, although you get the modules out over 8 weeks, what I'm doing this year is having 12 monthly calls instead of 8 weekly calls, so that you're there for the entire year, being held and loved and supported and nurtured. And we'll have group calls once a month to touch base and to come back in and to reconnect and to talk about the modules, to go through everything. And it's just going to be the most beautiful, sacred space for us. And it is a magical course, and people have got so much from it, because when we work from the inside out, shifts happen. And when we work from on our soul level, amazing things happen around us, which is just so magical. And people then find that things fall into place, that direction, where to go comes, that they suddenly feel safe to take those steps, and they're not scared to take those steps. And so much happens. I mean, there's been some of the women, there's been so many amazing results. We've had women who have worked with charities, and a lot of the charities are really male-led. I never realized this, but there was something. There was one lady that came through, and she works so beautifully. And I know that she's okay with me saying this, because I don't say things unless it's actually I've been given permission to do so. She really helped bring a female voice to the charities that she was working in, which include charities working with the homeless, charities working with elephants, charities working with bringing the white rhino back in. I mean, it was just the most amazing work that she's been doing, and because she brought a nurturing voice, they managed to fundraise more, and there was a lot of easing out of tensions that men like to create amongst themselves, which was amazing. There's been women that work in the corporate environment that found that they weren't banging the head against a brick wall over and over and over again, and that glass ceiling that seemed to be there was suddenly not there because they've done the inner work. And women who are self-employed, and especially energy healers, but self-employed women who work on a spiritual perspective, found that the clients that they were supposed to help in this world found them. So there's been so many amazing things that have happened from it, and so it's a beautiful space, and the results have been incredible. And I'm running it, and we're starting again. We're starting the next round on the 7th of February. The price point that I put in for 2020 was a pandemic pricing, and I'm keeping the original price point as is, which is £499 if you pay in full, or you have got 6 monthly payments of £100 a month, or 2 payments of £275. That is a pandemic pricing. Anybody who's worked with me knows that that's extremely good value for what you get. And it was a 2020 shit, let's give, and yes, I need to receive something, and let's give. The price is going up on the 7th of February, so it's really important me say, if you're thinking about this, the price goes up on the 7th of February. The other important thing to say is that once you're in, you have lifetime access to the modules. There is no, there's no, well, you lose them at the end of the year. You have lifetime access to the modules for as long as the modules are available on the platform. You have that access to them, and it's, if for any reason that I suddenly stop doing it, I've got them all on YouTube, and I can send you a link to them on YouTube, which is unlikely because people are getting great results, but you have lifetime access to the modules, because the more that you do the inner work, the more that shifts change. And what I've noticed is there's layer upon layer upon layer, and you just think you've got it sorted, and then something else happens, and you think you've got it sorted and something else happens, because there's always a new layer of gunk to clear. That's what happens. So once you're in, for as long as I run courses, you'll be able to come to live calls for one price. That's, this work is important, and it's important to make it as easily accessible as possible. And so I've written down, there's some bonuses. If I know a couple of people have been thinking about joining all of last year, and if you already know all about it and you're ready to join, if you join within 15 minutes of this call finishing, then you'll get a free one-to-one session with me to do whatever it is you want. And yes, it can include a tarot reading for those who like to come to me for tarot readings. Join by midnight, and you'll have access to a free masterclass, The Energy of Money, and how to weave magic into your finances, because a lot of what we've done this week is so linked into finances and money, because money is energy. When we're exchanging money, we are giving something to receive something, and that is an energy exchange. And so I'm doing a masterclass on the energy of money and how to weave more magic into your finances. And when you start sending love and healing and wonderfulness to your bank accounts, magic things happen. So join by midnight tonight to get that. And there's lots of other bonuses if you join. But the most important thing is that the price does go up on the 7th of February. I've already set it in space, automatic there, and it's something for me to honour the fact that there is an awful lot that you get, and £499 as a one-off payment, you get a lot of value. And I am very aware that I meant to say that at the start, and hopefully you'll forgive me that I didn't. I'm going to pop the link in to the chat so that you have access to the chat. For those who are new and you don't know who I am, then feel free to go to mynaturalhappiness.com and watch some of the testimonials on other things that I've done. And there are testimonials on that page. But it will be an honor if you step into circle with me, because as women of spirit, to feel safe to speak our truth and feel safe to shine our lights, magic happens, and it is about bringing balance to the world. And to step into circle and have support for an entire year and to work together is beautiful. So it will be an honor if you join. And if it's not speaking to you, it's okay. This is not a you must join. It is merely an invitation to step in and work with me deeply on an inner level for a year, so that you feel safe to speak your truth and shine. So, which is lovely. And hopefully you've received something. If that doesn't resonate, hopefully you've received something of value that's helped you, even if it's just an hour of self-care. And hopefully you've enjoyed the Manifest Your Perfect Year workshop. And hopefully you've enjoyed walking this week with me. And if our time is up at the end of the week, that's absolutely fine. And if you choose to step into circle with me for a year, it would be an absolute honor to have you join us, because it's a beautiful sacred space. It's a beautiful sacred space. So, whilst that is all settling, I shall pull a card out, because I pulled a card out. Hopefully that meditation was beautiful as well, even with the putty cat. Well, one of the bonuses is if you join by the 4th of February, you'll receive a free copy of the Pocket Book of Oracle cards, because that's fun. I like that. Pull a card out for our evening. Oh, I always say it, don't I? Oh, it's perfect, but it is perfect again. So we got energy. You've been guided to save energy at the time. Rest, restore, conserve energy. Be wise on what you spend your energy on in the next week or two. Some things won't be worth you spending your energy on, and some things will be. Use your intuition and discernment here and be wise. And that's the most beautiful thing, is that when we get caught up into the mundane and we get caught up into the drama that can happen in life, and we got caught up in the muggle world, for want of a better reason, we can forget the magic that we've had in this week, and we can forget our goals, our dreams and our wishes and what we want, and we can forget our truth and where we're going. And that's one of the reasons why we had the anchors module, where we anchored in what we were doing with direction and reminders in our phone, in our diary. Like I said, every time I wash my hands, I will say a goal, because that's an anchor, and it reminds me what I'm doing. And that helps me not waste energy on quabbles and arguments that aren't important, and helps me remember what is important. And sometimes it's not important to get drawn into that, and sometimes it is. And so it's really powerful, and being guided to save energy. So just nurture your soul, do what's right for you, your soul. Have self-care time. If you've loved this week and our time is up and whatever's right, make sure you weave self-care into your days and your weeks, so that you can restore your energy. The more that you restore your energy, the more there is to give. And so that's perfect. That's perfect. If anybody's got any questions on anything I've said, or if anybody has a read through of the information on Shine Your Light Goddess, Shine Your Light Bootcamp, and has any questions, just reach out and ask me. Has anybody got any questions or thoughts on the call, and I can answer them straight away? All feeling good. So, thank you for Hopefully you've enjoyed this hour. I have even, it's just always lovely to create space and time for ourselves. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. And like I said, if it is speaking to anybody, because I know that some people, and I know some people will watch this on replay, 15 minutes of this call finishing, which is at 8 minutes past 7. I know some people have been waiting for the Winter Shine Your Light Goddess to boot camp to start, so it's open, you can join. Then you'll receive a free one-to-one session with me, which can be a tarot reading, or it can be whatever it is that your heart is calling. So you'll get that as a gift. So, but thank you so much. Oh, you're so welcome, Lorena. Thank you so much for being here. I've loved running this week, and it's helped me so much as well, and it always helps me settle into the energy of the boot camp. Always does. And it's so easy, especially as a self-employed woman of spirit. On the 31st of January here in the UK, it's so easy to get caught up in the mundane, because it's the time when we have to file our taxes and our self-assessment form. And so having the week of spirituality in the run up to that is so beautiful. So let's talk mundane stuff here: filing taxes, trying to pay the Inland Revenue taxes when their system is so full of people trying to log in, it goes down. Happened to me this morning. So yeah, it's just been lovely to have a week of self-care and a week of nurturing. And if you choose to step into circle with me, it will be an honor to serve you for the next year and going forward. And if you choose not to, that's absolutely fine. Whatever your heart calls you to do, it's just been an honor to share this space with you. So thank you for being you, and enjoy your evening so much. I'm off to go and have a lovely bath.
You submitted your tax return.
Hmm?
You submitted your tax return.
Oh, the accountant did that. I just had to pay the bill. I have.
I remember from you, I think the last time you mentioned it, you hadn't done your tax return out.
Yeah. It's good. Yeah.
Oh,
no. It got submitted last week.
Yeah.
So it's better. I'm getting better at it.
I've got to go. Bye.
Oh. Let me stop recording.
Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. Let me stop recording.